Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Christian Ballard from Ballard Sports Media here for edition four Mississippi State Live at the Voice of College Football. Got a little bit to talk about, and again, this is going to be something that hopefully we can build on. If we could get each show at minimum 30 minutes and stuff, I think that'd be great. But definitely want to talk today on SEC Media Days. Also, getting involved with Netflix. Not me. I'm talking about the SEC. Yeah. There's obviously, if you guys follow Netflix and have Netflix, you know of like the NFL teaming up with the quarterback and the receiver, and I think there's one other. Have they done tight end or running back? Um, Maybe not. Maybe it's just quarterback and receiver so far. But yeah, I'm excited for this. We'll get to media days and we'll talk up um, you know, what's to come, maybe some stuff that we could expect to hear Jeff Levy talk about tomorrow, or I say tomorrow. He's not supposed to speak actually till Wednesday. I apologize on that. Thought it was tomorrow on Tuesday, but looking at the schedule here, which I don't mind, I can pull it up, but let's see. So we have the schedule here for SEC Media Days. Of course, Commissioner Sankey got us kicked off this morning. Brian Kelly spoke for LSU. You have then South Carolina's Shane Beamer, Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin, Vandy and Clark Lee is going on or was going on for a little bit. Um, about an hour ago, hour and a half, maybe. Um, so there's that. We went from Sankey starting us off all the way to Clark Lee and Vandy. Tomorrow, Tuesday, July 15th, starts at 10, roughly 10 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 to be exact. Georgia head coach Kirby Smart and his players. 12:15, Auburn and Hugh Freeze. 1:30, Tennessee and Josh Heupel. That's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be interesting at least because of the Nico stuff that happened earlier this year. And then we end it with Texas and Sark tomorrow. Of course, I know we're here for Mississippi State and Levy. If you guys know me, I'm an Alabama fan, and what I'm most excited about, I want to hear from Kalen DeBoer, of course. Well, they take the podium at 9:05 Eastern on Wednesday. Shortly thereafter, Mississippi State and Jeff Levy and company. Then Florida and Billy Napier at 1, and then 2:45 Oklahoma with Brent Venables. Thursday, Mizzou, Kentucky, Arkansas, and A&M. Again, all at the same times every day. So, yeah, this is exciting. I'm excited to see what Each coach has to say. I think it's going to be a good one, a good week here. You got year two for. uh, There we go. Year two for Texas and Oklahoma. So you have that, and I mean, you got not really many new coaches. I mean, you got year two with Levy, Dabo DeBoer. I meant to say. I almost said Dabo Swinney. um, I mean, Hugh Freeze is in year three. Napier's about year three or four. So, but yeah, SEC Media Day is off to a good start. I have a lot to watch on YouTube later. I love hearing every coach. I like to hear them throughout the off season, but I don't know, is it me or is it something special about media days that when you get together in Atlanta, which it was for a while, Birmingham, I think it was, but you get together in Atlanta now, the kickoff, and this is where everything unfolds. Everything comes together. I feel like as soon as SEC media days, or I mean, maybe you're Big Ten, maybe you're Big 12 or ACC, maybe you're Group of Five, I don't know. But I feel like once we get to this part of July, this is where the football season begins before we actually have games. I think that's fair enough. I mean, you got to think about it, man. Like you have all these coaches and players get together. You have this commissioner Greg Sankey come out, and it's talking season, which everyone loves. So yeah. Um. So and again, I don't know what exactly to expect on Wednesday from Jeff Levy. I mean, I would expect maybe you're hearing stuff about Blake Shapen, his leadership, how this team's going to get better, you know, how they've attacked the portal because they really have, and they've recruited greatly too. It's not what you would expect it to be for Mississippi State, but it is better than it was a couple years ago. That's probably what you're looking for from Mississippi State on Wednesday morning. You know, NIL, how's he handling that? The portal, all the changes in college football. Jeff Levy's that coach, though. I mean, even from an Alabama fan here, like even Kalen DeBoer. I mean, Nick Saban retires. No one wants to be the guy after the guy. But even Kalen DeBoer is like, oh, I'm not looking at it as I'm replacing Nick Saban, even though he is. But he's still a young enough guy to where he can manage everything. I feel like the old coaches of Joe Paterno, Bear Bryant, even guys like Nick Saban, like the old school style Bill, like I know we have Bill Belichick at North Carolina, I don't think it's gonna last. I I mean, I feel like there's just an age range, and there's something about being young and energetic that you have today if you want it to last because of Portal and NIL. It's just so unique. It's young. I don't know, man. I feel like Levy's that guy at Mississippi State that could do it. I feel like Heupel. I feel like Kirby is still young enough. Sark is definitely young enough. Kiffin. You look at all these other SEC coaches. I think Dabo. I know he gets a lot of Dabo catches a lot of heat for not using the portal, but he's still young enough to where he can. It might not look like what it looked like when he first got to Clemson, but whatever. So, yeah, you think of the young coaches today and how they're managing it. Like Lane Kiffin, and again, I'm not an NIL expert, but I could tell you about the portal and stuff. I don't have numbers. I'm not a numbers guy. But I would like to think that Lane Kiffin, Sarkeesian, Kirby, number one, what do they have in common? They're winners. Now, only Kirby's the one with two national titles, but they're above 500. They have 10 win seasons or more on their belt and radar, but they're also young. So, I mean, they can use that to their advantage. I think, and I heard someone say this. I don't remember who it is. Quite a few actually. So let me say what I'm gonna say in such a way that I also don't want you to think and take my word for it. I'm quoting other people, right? But when Nick Saban retired, he came out and said, and then other people kind of used it too, but the big thing is, are you gonna coach next year, the year after, the year after, the year after? That's what coaches and coaching staffs want to know. That's what recruits want to know. That's what transfer portals want to know. That's what moms and dads want to know. And for Nick Saban, you didn't have that. Now I know I'm talking a little bit too much here on Saban today, but then you get to the other SEC coaches. Like, is DeBoer going to be there for a while? Probably. Jeff Levy, yeah. Auburn, Hugh Freeze, maybe not as long. He's been around quite a bit, but maybe. Kirby Smart, he's still a spring chicken. You know? So, SEC Media Days Week here at the Voice of College Football. Be sure to hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you like this content. Um, Again, we start tomorrow with Kirby, Hugh Freeze, Josh Heupel, and Sarkeesian. We'll end on Thursday with Elko and Texas A&M. So on Wednesday, it's DeBoer, Levy, Napier, and Venables. Thursday is Drakewitz and Mizzou, Mark Stoops in Kentucky, Arkansas and Pittman, and then A&M and Elko will um, end things on Thursday. Interesting, like that Mississippi State. We get back to them a little bit. So they will be taking the stage on Wednesday. Jeff Levy and players about 10:50 Eastern, 10:50 a.m. The players that Levy brought: Blake Shapen at quarterback, which we've talked about quite a bit, Isaac Smith at safety, and what could be the lead receiver for Mississippi State this next year, Brennan Thompson. Um, that's usually how it goes. Most times you're going to bring a quarterback, but you're always going to bring a defense and um, a offensive guy. Brennan Thompson comes in this season having 19 receptions last year at Oklahoma, 230 yards and 2 touchdowns. He transfers in conference here over to Mississippi State from Spearman, Texas. 5'9", 165. Really, the only knock on him I would have is, maybe a bit undersized, but who cares? I've watched him play. He's very fast. They don't use him too much, but at least at Oklahoma, when you have um, and it's just interesting, man. Brendan Thompson comes over. It'll be um, probably the go-to uh, wide receiver for Mississippi State. Then you got Isaac Smith, and he. Uh, let's see, the third straight. This is what's interesting too. Isaac Smith last year, okay, and I'm getting this too from Mississippi State's official website. He is the third straight player to lead the SEC in tackles for Mississippi State. Interesting. And you say, well, Mississippi State's not been good. They've been terrible, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Maybe on paper, but in 2024 last year, he was a second team All SEC by the league's coaches. He played 11 starts within 11 games. He only missed one game due to injury. Talking about Isaac Smith here for Mississippi State, a safety, right? Um, he missed the Texas game. Now, he ended the season with 127 tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss, 3 pass breakups, and a fumble recovery. Led the SEC in tackles and was 7th nationally at 127. He's the third straight. I quote this, by the way, from hailstate.com, Mississippi State's official website for athletics. He's the third straight Mississippi State player to lead the SEC in tackles, joining Nathaniel Watson in 2023 and Jet Johnson in 2022. He earned his first 20 tackle game at number 7 Tennessee last year, having 10 tackles in the first quarter. He's one of 4 FBS players to have a 20-plus tackle game and the only Power 4 player to do that. However, he's the sixth Mississippi State player to have 20 or more tackles in a single game, tied for fourth on the top 10 list. He's done a lot. He's really done a lot. I look at players like this for Mississippi State. You can't tell me they don't have the talent to be great. They've just been through a lot, really, ever since the passing of Mike Leach. They had Zach Arnett, didn't do anything. Jeff Levy last year, okay, year one, whatever. 2-10. Got to get better. I've said on this show, he's probably looking at 5 wins most. But maybe, I mean, if he really wants to get it together, why wouldn't you make a bowl game and win 6 or 7 games in the regular season? I wouldn't bet money on it. I feel like Mississippi State's a mystery team. It'd either be really good or really bad, or just in the middle. I don't know. The talent is there. The coaching is there. Just saw how you use that talent and put it on the field. But yeah, they got the talent. They're using the portal big time. They're recruiting great too. Yeah, I just tomorrow or Wednesday, I should say, when they take the stage, I'll say this, and we'll get out on like a 30-minute show. But I will. I would say I just want to hear from Levy and the players about how things are going, how everyone's getting along as a team, if they are. What's your formula for success without giving it to the whole wide world, but just I don't know. Why I want to know this. I don't why should we believe in Mississippi State this year? And how can you prove the doubters wrong? Oh, Mississippi State only won 2 games last year. How are they going to make a bowl this year? Yeah, yeah, that's a good question. Levy, how are you going to take a 2-win team last year, turn it around and win 6 games or more in 2025? Got a tough schedule. Got to play the SEC. Got to go on the road. You get a couple teams at home, but they're still better than Mississippi State right now. How do you turn the tables? Very interesting question there. And I know he's probably gonna, you know, it's not that he has to tell us how he's gonna do it. He's more so he's got to show it, and I know he knows that. But it's from a national brand and media standpoint, and from a fan standpoint, Like, we see that Mississippi State's been struggling, even with good talent. So, of course, we're valid to ask, how are they gonna do it when it hasn't been done? That's fair. It's very fair. So, anyway, don't forget, um, show some support for the voice of college football. Check out all of the channels. Just pick a team, and chances are they have it at the voice of college football. Subscribe to the main channel, which, speaking of, they are live currently um, with Mark Rogers. The College Football Show 84th edition is live right now. Um, talking up SEC Media Days. I'm going to post that link. Go check out the main channel over there. Go to channels, and you can find channels like this one. Mississippi State. They have the Big Ten over there. They have one specifically for the SEC. They have Alabama. They have Tennessee. They got Auburn. Then they got the Big Ten. They got one specifically for Big Ten. Then they got Penn State. I think they got Penn State. I know they got Ohio State and Michigan, Oregon. Doesn't matter. They got all these great teams. Whoever you love, chances are if it's Power Four, they got it. So go check it out. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. Keep your head up. God bless. And we'll see you next time here at the Voice of College Football, Mississippi State.